Hey everybody, this is Katrina, the owner of Theme Creations, Wreaths and Things. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey. I'm looking at my screen. It looks a little blurry. I'm hoping you guys can see me clear. It looks a little blurry. Let me see. It's coming in okay. I don't know why it's looking blurry like that. But hey everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. I'm Katrina, the owner of Theme Creations, Wreaths and Things, and I wanted to come on with you guys really quick. I'm gonna try to pull y'all up on Facebook on my phone so I can actually see your comments. It's currently not allowing me to, so once it lets me, then I will. But I wanted to come on with you guys today and just do a quick video with you guys, tutorial with you guys on a burlap, as you can see, burlap winter wreath. This is a very easy and simple wreath to do, and I wanted to come on and do that with you guys today. I think my video, let me wipe my camera a little bit. Maybe that'll help with the, excuse me guys. Let me just wipe my camera for a minute. Maybe that'll help. It looks like it's a little blurry. You guys just work with me for a minute there. It just looks a little blurry. Okay, all right, we're gonna go with it. You should be able to see. So when you guys come on, say hello, let me know you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. We're gonna do this quick. Shouldn't take us too long to do this video today, and for some reason I can't pull you guys up on Facebook. That's weird, but I can't. Okay, I'll try back a little later. Okay, so this is what we have today. We're going to be working with a 14-inch wire reform, and you get these wire reform 14-inch from Dollar Tree. Okay, so Dollar Tree, you can get the 14-inch form. You're going to need some scissors. You're going to need wire cutters. You're going to need your rotary cutter. You're going to possibly need your glue gun. Okay, mine is leaking a little bit, so I got a little paper here right there. You're going to need the burlap, which we're using the cream, and these cream burlap I got from Walmart, so you know that's the little tag from Walmart. Okay, you're going to need black burlap, and this burlap I actually purchased from Hobby Lobby. This is the burlap you can get from Hobby Lobby. So, and then I had these two ribbons, and this ribbon I purchased from Hobby Lobby during the holidays, so they should be having this ribbon out and about. They normally have it out and about in Hobby Lobby all year round. And then this one, I think oh yeah, this was a Hobby Lobby as well. Okay, so this is ribbon also from Hobby Lobby. I also purchased these beautiful winter picks. You know, got a little pine cone, little white snowberries. It's a little glittery. I don't think you can see it on the camera. There you go. You can see the little glitter. So it's got a little bit of glitter on it. And both of these I purchased at Hobby Lobby, I think 2 years ago. But they normally have them every year, so you can pick these up. Also, I purchased this at Hobby Lobby. So you can purchase this at Hobby Lobby. So most of the material here is from Hobby Lobby, except these two. This is from Walmart, but they also have this color burlap at Hobby Lobby. If you want to get everything from Hobby Lobby, you can. I just so happen to have already had these that I purchased from Walmart, so I'm gonna go with those. Like the ribbon is from Hobby Lobby, this burlap is from Hobby Lobby, these picks is from Hobby Lobby, this pick is from Hobby Lobby, and the frame is from the Dollar Tree. So we got the frame from the Dollar Tree, and we got the tan burlap, which is from Walmart. Everything else is from Hobby Lobby. Now, first thing I did was I cut some Chanel stems in half. Okay, and that's where your wire cutters come in at. It don't have to be exact, but you want to get it close to, because you're going to need every inch of it to twist on the burlap to the frame. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. I'll show it to you. But I just grabbed a bunch of them and I just snipped them in half, right? This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking, I've already started, we're going to be taking 10 inch, we're going to cut each, the black and the cream burlap 10 inches, right? So we're going to put a black and a cream together, and we're going to twist it onto the frame. So this is the black and the cream together, twist it on the frame, okay? And in between each section, it's going to be 3 of them. Okay, so we're going to go black and white, black and white, black and white, right? So you're going to have 3 in each section. So in between each section, these sections here, you're going to have 3 bundles. So 1 bundle of black and white, 1 bundle of black and white, and 1 bundle of black and white. And the black is going to be 10 inches, and the cream is going to be 10 inches. Okay, and we're going to ruffle them up. I'll show you. So, hey guys, when you come in, we're about to get started. We're about to get started making this very easy wreath. I'm going to try to see if I can pull you guys up on Facebook so I can see your comments. It's giving me a hard time. Let me see if I can pull you guys up over here. Say hi. Let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you're ready for Christmas. It's winter season. The weather is gorgeous here in Canton, Georgia. Oh my goodness, I am loving it here in Canton, Georgia right now, because the weather is great. All right, so we're going to get started. Oh, you're also going to need, either you can make your bow by hand or you can use your easy bow maker. This is what I'm going to be using. I'm not going to make it by hand. I'm going to use my easy bow maker, so you can pull that out as well. We're going to move this over here because we're not using it right now. We're going to move everything over because we're going to get started. Move the ribbon out the way. We need the rotary cutter right now. We don't need this nor the scissors. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to cut the black and the cream burlap. Now I told you it's three bundles, right, to a section. So we already have 1, 2, 3 for this section right here. We got 1 I started in this section and 1 I started in this section. So we got to have 3, right? So we're going to go, so we need to count how many. Now I think it's 13. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? So that's how many more we got to cut of each color, of the black and the cream, at 10 inches. So let's open this up. How's everybody's Tuesday going and doing? Y'all getting this week together? I'm going to move over my glue gun. We're going to open up the black. Chuck that. And I'm going to cut them both at the same time. That's what I said, the rotary cutter and the mat comes into handy at this point. So we got to do 13 10-inch cuts, right? So we use our mat. We go to the 10. Here go to 10 here. We go straight up. And we know we got to go to the 20. And then we go to the 30. See how simple that is? We roll it back out again. I'm hoping I have enough of this black. I think that's the last of my black. But we shall see. We shall see. And if we don't, I can always finish the video later. But we're going to try to finish it today. I hope everybody's Tuesday is doing good, going good. I know I am having a great day. I'm a little behind in making my wreaths for the season, but I am getting there, ladies and gentlemen. I made a whole bunch that I did not video. I made like 3 or 4 Halloween wreaths that I did not videotape with you guys because I was just sitting down here in my basement, just going to town, going to work, just putting in work, ladies and gentlemen, putting in work. I had to get them done. So it was really no time for me to talk and explain everything. I just wanted to try to get it done quick because I'm a little behind the 8 ball for getting wreaths up. Now I posted on my Facebook page and my Instagram page, 6-9, that I am going to be doing the Riverfest again this year. So you guys make sure you come out and see my wreaths. I had an excellent turnout last year. I got pretty good reviews on my wreaths. People really like them. They got a chance to meet me, my husband, my daughter, my grandson, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. They're all involved too. This is a family affair. So they were all there. So you guys come out. Definitely come out to the Riverfest that's going on. the last weekend in September. I think it's the 24th and 25th, something like that. I have it posted on my Facebook, so check out my Facebook. It's listed. All right, I'm gonna have to hold that one down because it's at the end, so it's really, really curly. Hey, thanks for watching, girl, Miss Rich and Rich. I see you, girl. I see you. Thanks for checking in on me. All right, let me see if I have enough. I think I'm supposed to have 13. I think that's right at 13. But this wreath is very, very simple. Let me count this up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13. So we're going to put this all away now. We're going to put it, bring the wreath back forward, and then I'm going to show you guys how to ruffle this stuff. So here we go. We pull one here, and I just like to roll the black or the cream, whichever one you're going to put. It doesn't make a difference which way you put it on your wreath. It's totally up to you how you want to put it on your wreath. Like you see, I'm just going black cream, black cream, black cream. If you wanted to do several black, put 2 black together, then 2 cream, then 2 black, 2 cream, it's absolutely fine. You can do sections. Have a section that's all black, all cream, all black. You do whatever style you like to do. I'm just doing black and cream. You can do the same method that I'm doing in any color configuration you want. So here we go. We're just going to have it like this, and we're just going to scrunch it. That's all we're going to do. We're going to run our hand up the burlap. This is all we're doing. Nothing real technical. We're going to roll this back out, and of course this at the end, so it's real curly. You're going to try to line it up. So if this happens to you, it's fine. You just curl it up. So now you got them 2 together. You take your chenille stem that you cut in half. Now, I'm used to doing this, so this is going to be very short. So if you're not used to doing this, you may want to leave your chenille stems the full length so you can have enough to twist it on the back. And I'm going to show you. I put it here, try to put it in the middle as close as possible. Right? We're going to flip it over, pull the chenille stems through, and then we're going to give it a good twist in the back to make sure it's a tight twist. So like once or twice, you go around, maybe 3 times, however you feel that, you know, it needs to be secure. So now you have this cute little bundle, right? You got this cute little bundle. Now I want it every other color, right? That's black, so I'm going to want the cream to be next to the black. So when I take it, I make sure my chenille stem is spread apart, and then I take my chenille stem and I want the ends of my chenille stem to go around these 2 bars right here, the middle bars. Right? These middle bars right here, right? It's the middle bars. These 2 right here, these middle bars right here. So I want my chenille stem to go right over these 2, because this is where I want my bundle to sit, right here in the middle. So we take the chenille stems, we make sure it's over the 2 bars. I will flip this over and show you in a second. We make sure the cream is next to the black, so you may have to twist it a little bit. So now we at the back, and here, see how short that chenille stem is? It's hard to see because it's black, but I'm going to push it over here. See how short it is? I'm used to that. So I just pinch the very end enough where I can twist it around really tight, and that's all I need. It may be a little difficult for you to do, so you may want to leave the chenille stem long, okay? So I'm used to doing it. It's not a problem for me. So I just take the very tips of my hand, and I just take the whole wreath frame and spin it around, and that really tightens up that chenille stem where it's really tight and it's not going anywhere. So now I just flip it back over. I want the cream with the black, and then I just push it down. Push it next to each other. It's tight so it don't want to move. And then you just ruffle it up a little bit. Give it a little ruffle. You don't have to worry about ruffling it up too much right now because you're going to add more to it. And the more you add to it, the, more it stands up and gets all nice and ruffled. So once again, I take whatever color burlap. You can do this with any color configuration. Remember, if you want to do a Christmas one, you want to do an Easter one, you want to do a Mother's Day, you want to do a Valentine's Day one, just get the color burlap you want and do the same exact method. Same exact method. Remember, you can do this with any style. So we have it laying flat, and we just want to just crumple it up. That's all. That's it. This is all we doing. Take the chenille stem we already cut, lay it down, twist it over. Try to get it as even as possible. It don't have to be perfect. Give it a good push down and then give it a good twist, right? Because you want it to be tight. Remember, we want this to go over the two middle bars. Okay, these two middle bars right here, the middle bars. The middle bars. We want to go over the middle bars. So we put each chenille stem over those two middle bars. You press it down. You put those two chenille stems together, and then you give this wreath frame a good twist. Now you can just twist it with your hands. Absolutely. You do not have to do the reform. I just do it with the reform because you want to know what? I learned that it makes it twist it. It twists it much tighter. So right now that's 3. And it looks like it's a little loose, whatever. Don't worry about it, because once you start filling it in, you won't see any gaps. And if you do, add one in there. It's okay. You know what I always say, this is not rocket science. You can fix it. No problem. No problem. This is an easy DIY project. This is a no stress, no brainer. Don't have to figure anything out. I know the most stressful part for most of y'all will probably be doing the bow, but I'll show you how easy that is too. So once again, we take these 10-inch strips, cuts of this burlap. Remember, we got the tan burlap from Walmart, but you can get that from Hobby Lobby. We got the black from Hobby Lobby, right? We got the frame from Dollar Tree. Let me give it a good twist. Once we get it together, good twist. Now sometimes it want to fall over on itself like that. You see how it's laying flat? All you got to do is just twist it up. And see how now it's laying upward? That's all you got to do. So don't stress. If it happens, it's okay. It is okay. You know we want to put this in between the next 2 bars. And then we want to put this over the 2 middle bars. We put the chenille stem over the 2 middle bars. You make sure that cream is next to the black or the tan, or whatever color you want to call it. I like to turn it over and make sure I have it seated in there really good, and I get a good grip on my chenille stem, and then I give it a good twirl. Now, like I said, you don't have to twirl the whole wreath frame like I'm doing. I'm just comfortable with doing that. It's another way of tightening your chenille stems. It's just another way. It's okay. You don't want to do that. You do not have to do it. If it doesn't feel right to you, don't do it. Just twist the chenille stem on the back. And we're going to try to zoom through this, because the most difficult part is going to be doing that bow for most of you guys. I know doing bows was the most difficult part for me when I first started doing wreaths. Can you imagine this wreath if it was like the green and red and white for Christmas? Oh, put some bells on it. This will be gorgeous. Gorgeous. And it's a simple wreath. Not hard to make at all. Making sure we got it. Got a good grip on it. And give it a good twist. Good twist. Uh-oh, we got it's shedding a little bit right here. And sometimes your burlap do that. No big deal. No big deal. All right. Remember, we want to put the chenille stem that you have here, which is short, right? Short. That's why I say you may want to leave it long. Okay. Over the 2 middle rails. The 2 middle rails on your Dollar Tree form. Over these 2 middle rails. You put it over that. You get a grip on it from underneath. I like to push it down. That way I know it's all the way down and it's heated really, really good. And then I hold on to it and I give my wreath frame a nice twist. And we just move on. We keep it going. Keep it going. I know the parents that live up here in North Georgia and the kids are looking forward to next week because we're actually off. And it's our winter break. Or is it fall break? One of them. One of the breaks, we're off a whole week, the school system. So we get a week off. So I am looking forward to that. I'm going to visit my dad. I haven't seen my dad in a while. He had gotten sick. So I'm gonna go see him, and then we're taking one of my grandkids to meet him. He hasn't met any of his great grand, so that's going to be great. I can't wait for him to meet his great grand. So remember, we're gonna put the Chanel stem over those two middle rails. And I like to push it down so it seats really well. And then I hold on to the tip of the Chanel stems, and they're short, but you squeeze them tight and hold on to them. And when you twist the wreath frame around, it tightens it up really, really good. And what I do is once I get it tight, I actually push it down so it's not sticking out to hurt anybody. I'm going to cover the back anyway, but I like to just twist it down anyway. And you just fluff it up a little bit. So now we got 3 in here. So now we move on to the next one. And like I said, if it doesn't look full enough, you can always add another one in. We have a little bit more black, and we definitely have some more cream. So like I was saying, I'm looking forward to this break. We have a whole week off. I do have a couple events. I have an event at Bridge Mill Marketplace. That's going to be September 21st from 9 to 1 in Bridge Mill in Canton, Georgia. And then, like I told y'all guys in the beginning, I have the Riverfest. That's happening at Etowah Park, September 24th and 25th, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the dates. I have it on my Facebook, so if I'm wrong, just look on my Facebook page. It's there. I posted it, I think, yesterday. So you want to give it a good twist. Like I said, if it collapses on you a little bit, don't worry about it. Just fluff it back up. It's okay. We go on to the next section because we put our 3 in here. You see how easy this is coming together? This is not hard. It is not hard at all. Not hard to do at all. So some people are like, oh, I can't make a wreath. I don't know how to do that. It's hard. It is not hard at all. Some of them are very easy to make, and this is one of them. There we go. Moving on. And we're just scrunching it up with our hands. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing is scrunching this up. And it may come out. If it comes out, just re-scrunch it. No big deal. Don't stress. Do not stress. It's a no stress wreath. No stress. So you pull it, make sure you got it tight. And you can actually twist it up like this if you want, like it's a flower, and give it a good twist. And then you have it punched up. This is another way you can do it, right? It may be easier for you if you do it that way. You go over the 2 middle rails. Remember, we're going over the 2 middle rails of this Dollar Tree 14-inch reframe. Okay? 2 middle rails. And I'm grabbing the 2 ends so I can hold crossing them over a little bit. And then I'm twisting my reframe. And you feel the actual Chanel stems tighten it up in your hand. You feel it tighten it up onto the frame. But like I said, you don't have to do it this way. You can, make sure, leave the Chanel stems the long length, the regular length. That way you have more to grab on, and you can just hand twist it behind. It's fine. Hand twist behind it is absolutely fine. You can do this. Remember, we cut our burlap strips into 10 inches. These are 10 inches long. 10 inches long. And see how that popped out? Okay, no biggie. Let's do it again. Sometimes that happens. It's okay. See how we just did it again? There you go. And it may happen. It's okay if it happens. It's fine. Grab the ends of your Chanel stem. And what you can do is you can push it up like it's a flower. Right? Now you got the back. And you give it a good twist. And you got the Chanel stem sticking out in the bottom. You open it up. Because you want it to go over those two middle pieces right here. Rails. These two middle rails. On a 14-inch frame. We got to put one more in this section right here. Now, you can put it on one rail if you like. Remember, you can, listen, you change this any which way you want to. You can go like one rail and then do the top of the bottom rail separate from that. And I'll show you what I mean from that. What I mean about that. Hold on one second. This is here. Like say here, this is the last section. Now, you can just use one rail. See this one rail? Tie it to this one rail. Tie one to this one rail, and then tie the next one to the second rail. And alternate. And fill it up as full as you want to make it. You don't have to put the Chanel stem over the two middle rails. You don't have to. Like I said, I'm just showing you one method. There are plenty of methods and ways you can do it. So if you feel comfortable, you think the two rails is too much, put it on one rail. No, but know when you do that, it's going to move a little more until you fill it up. It's got to be tight. So you may have to add a couple of more, which is fine. Because when I get through with this, if it looks a little thin, I'm going to add a couple more anyway. It is absolutely fine. So no, you can just tie it on the one rail if you want to. I like tying it on the two middle rails. That's just how I'm doing it. Okay, so now we go on to the next section. Let's twist these down, push these down, these ends down, because they are sharp. The back part of that, the end part of the Chanel stems, when you cut them off with the wire cutters, is kind of sharp. So we have this, and we're just going to scrunch it all up together. That's all we're going to do. Let me know in the comments. Do y'all have y'all fall stuff up yet? Or do you have Halloween up? Which kind of decorations do you have up? Did you just skip Halloween and went straight to fall? I mean, we are in fall. Well, the 21st will be in fall. It's the actual start of fall. If I'm not mistaken, it's the 21st or 22nd, something like that. But I know some people that don't even decorate for Halloween and they just put up fall stuff. So what do you? Do you skip Halloween and go straight to fall? Let me know in the comments. And if the burlap is in your way, just move it out your way. That's all. I'm pushing it down to make sure I got it all the way down. And then I'm holding on to my Chanel stems that I crossed over each other in the back. And I'm twisting my frame. And once I know I got it tight, I don't have any more room. That's it. I push it down. So once you get into the groove of doing this, it doesn't take long to finish at all, because it's only 3 per section. And like I said, if it looks a little thin, you can always add an extra. Like this wants to pop up, and it's fine if it does pop up. It is absolutely fine if it does. Sometimes when you scrunch it together, it wants to pop up. It's okay. So we're going to let that go again because it doesn't want to lay, and we just redo it. And when you're scrunching it, you kind of holding it down with your finger here. You're holding it down. You guys have done that scrunching technique with the deco mesh, so you're familiar. Most of you guys, anyway. You hold it back here, and then you just do it like it's a flower, and you give it a good twist, right? I open up my Chanel stem in the back so I can go over my 2 middle rails. Push it down. Make sure it's pushed all the way to the frame. I cross over my ends of my Chanel stem, and then I give it a good twirl. I give my whole frame a good twirl. Once again, you do not have to do your frame like this. You can just twist it freehand on the back. Just twist the Chanel stems. Like I said, I suggest you guys keep them long. I'm used to doing this, so it's not a big deal for me. Just keep them long, and it's easier to twist in the back. Okay, I'm short. No, I'm not. I'm good. I thought I had to put more in this section, but no, this is the last section. Then I only have 2 in the last section because we already have 1 in that section. And we grab it from the back, and we can do it like it's a flower. Remember, we want our Chanel stems to go over the 2 middle rails, but if you don't, it can go over 1. Just know it moves more when you do that. Cross over those end of those Chanel stems. Know you're gonna feel the ends of those Chanel stems, and they are sharp. So be prepared for that if you're gonna cut them in half. Okay. Some people's hands can't take it, but since I've been doing it so long, I feel it, but it doesn't really bother me. So now we just got to put our last 2 in this middle. I think I'm gonna have a glass of wine outside on the porch when I get through, because I mean the weather is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. So I think I'm gonna enjoy that tonight. Sit on the porch with a glass of wine. And we just want to try to get in the middle and scrunch it up like a flower and give it a good twist. And see, now this has the tan here, so we want to go black. Now we may mix up, but you're not going to tell. It'll be fine. Don't get bent out of shape. It's okay. We know the black is over here, so we're going to go tan. It'll be fine. So I just make sure I cross over my Chanel stems at the back, and then I twist the whole frame. And we got the last one to put up here. I mean, this is something simple that you can make for a loved one in the hospital, because it's not too much, nursing home, anything like that. Or you can make it for your favorite teacher, to put on his or her classroom door. It doesn't take up much space, and it's not too much. Like, you don't want to get a wreath that's got all the bells and whistles when you're, at a classroom, or you at a hospital or nursing home. You just want to have something, a little something on the door, that just shows, gives you some holiday spirit, gives the person some holiday spirit, which is great. So this wreath is just perfect for that. This burlap is perfect for that. It's not too much. All right, we want to take, now this one is really, really short, so I got to bend it in, and I just got to grab the very ends and twist this around. Like I said, those ends are sharp, and I'm feeling it on my fingers. So now I want to space them out where they're not so close to each other. Give each other some room. Make sure all of my burlap is facing forward. I don't need none sticking through the bottom of the frame. Now you see how nice and neat that is? Very, very nice and neat. You can cut out all these little straggler pieces. I also cover the back of my wreath frame with felt, like this part right here. None of this to be seen. I don't like my mechanics to be seen on my wreaths. So I actually cover the back here. This back part right here will be covered with felt, so nobody will see that. You don't have to do that. Not at all. That's just me being extra. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a little extra. Y'all know I'm a little extra. And this is it spaced out. That's all we got to do. And I like to just space it out, give it a little room. So I know if I need to put any more. But I think that's good. That's full. That's it right there. That is it right there. See? That's it. Very simple and easy to do. Now, let me show you how you put these picks together. Because now we're just going to put these picks together like that. Look at that. And we're going to put a bow in the middle. And we're going to be done. We're going to add these little swirly things to it. And we are done. This wreath is done. So look at that. That's it. So how we're going to do that is we just take these picks. And I normally, it's like 4 fingers, maybe 3 fingers for the bow. See how I have 3 fingers in there? And then I zip tie these 2 together. That's all I did. See how I did that? I just zip tied 2 together. I know my bow is not going to be that big, that huge. So I don't need a bow, a space this wide. Like I don't need a space that wide. This is a smaller wreath. So we don't need nothing that wide. Like I said, we want this to be elegant and simple and nice. Something that, you know, a teacher can put on their door. It can be in a hospital, a nursing home, something like that. So we don't need it to be too much. So we space it out to it's like 3 fingers. Because that's a nice, decent sized flower right there. We take a zip tie. Which I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. You probably need a couple of zip ties. And we're going to zip tie this, you know, like at least maybe 2 or 3, at least 2 times we're going to zip tie it. At least 2 times. So we got one end zip tied. We're going to zip tie it on the other side. We're going to go on the other side. And all of this is going to be covered with a bow, remember? We're going to do a bow. So all of this is going to be covered with a bow. See? So now we have these together. But this is what we're going to do. We're actually going to bend it a little bit. And you see how it fits the shape of the wreath? Just bend it a little bit. So it fits right into the shape of the wreath. You see how beautiful that is? Of course, we're going to fluff out these, the leaves. I'm going to fluff them out a little bit to make it look real nice and pretty. This one right here. It's going to be fluffed out a little bit. We're going to put our flower and everything. But you see how that is? Beautiful. Now we have that right there. We're going to go with these 2 Chanel stems right here because really that's all I think we need right now. We take the wire cutters and we just snip that off. And now we work on our bow. Like I said, this may be the hardest part of this whole wreath for you guys. But with the easy bow maker, if you have an easy bow maker, it would be so easy. So let's put this to the side. Now, we're going to add this after we put the bow on. Okay, so let's move this out the way. And I'm going to show you how to size the bow to the wreath, right? We're going to use these 2 ribbons right here that I showed you guys earlier. And you can start with either one of them. Whichever one you want to, that's up to you. It doesn't matter. I like to have my ribbon swing from on this side, but once you use your easy bow maker or get used to making bows, it's totally up to you. Now, we can have tails, and you can look up here and see if you really want a tail. I'm going to have a little tail for right now. We can always cut it down later. So I'm going to do like an 8-inch tail. And we just twist it like when we have it here, right? We have it in our hand, we give it a pinch, and we give it a twist because we want the bad side to be showing up, and it's really not a bad side, but it's a bad side. And then we make a loop. Now this is like a 4.5-inch loop. I'm going to take this loop because this is a 4.5-inch loop because I measured it on my Easy Bow Maker, and I'm going to put it actually on my wreath. That looks good, right? That doesn't look too big. And I know it looks a little blurry, and I do apologize for that. I'm not sure why my camera is a little blurry tonight. But that's it right there. I'm going to do 4.5 inches. And that's how you size it. You know, you put it on the wreath and let the wreath tell you how big you need to make your bow. So when you push it down, when you size and when you get it to the size that you want, right? You give it that squinch and you give it a turn. Twist again. You go over to 4.5 on this side. You push it down and you give it a twist. And we're going to do 4 loops of this one. 4 loops at this size. Because I just love this ribbon, so I'm going to use it. I love this ribbon. I love the look of this ribbon. See, so now you have 2 loops, 1 on each side, right? And we're going to just size this right down here. I'm going to move this out the way. Now, what I didn't show you guys is how I normally set this up because I got ahead of myself. Okay. What I normally do, because I like to fasten my bows with a zip tie. Some people don't. Some people just use a Chanel stem. I like the tightness of a zip tie. You can do it just with a Chanel stem. I'm just showing you how I do it. Normally with my Easy Bow Maker, the first thing I put down is my zip tie with the flat end up, because when I twist it over the bow, I want it to slide right in with no problem, right? So I put this down first. Before I put any ribbon, I normally put this down first. Then I take my Chanel stem, and right in between these 2 sticks here, I slide this in, because this is what I use to attach it to the wreath frame. And that's how I attach my bow to my wreath. Because I tighten up my Chanel stem over the bow, tighten it real tight, and then I take the Chanel stem pieces, and that's what I push down into my wreath and twist it in the back, and that's how my bow stays on my wreath. All right, let's move on. But of course, you guys will see it because we're going to do it. Now we're going to do this one a little shorter. I'm going to leave the tails the same, but we're going to come into like 4 inches. Instead of 4.5, we're going to come into 4 inches. Right? We're going to still, you don't have to twist this ribbon, but I'm so used to twisting the ribbon that I will be twisting the ribbon. But you don't have to, because both of the sides of this ribbon is beautiful. Now what I just did was I just made another 2 loops on either side. Right? That's just what I just did. We made 2 loops on one side and 2 loops on the other side. But instead of us doing, you see how it's shorter. Instead of me doing this one at the same height, I made this shorter than this bow here. This was a 4.5-inch loop. This is a 4-inch loop. Okay, you see how it's shorter. And then I'm going to cut this off. And then we're going to do 1 loop on either side of these ribbons, and that's it. Because we don't want to make the bow too big, but I love this ribbon so much, I need to make the bow just a little bit larger. Okay, you can stop right here. This is what you want, you can stop right here. But we're going to make the bow. We're going to do 1 loop on either side. So that's 1 loop there, and then this loop is going to be even shorter than that 4-inch loop. So we're going to go in like for 3.5 inches. Give it a twist, go in like 3.5 inches, and that's it. We're going to take this one, come back, and we're going to do 1 loop again. That's all we're going to do. Now you can stop at this point. you can literally stop, right? Zip tie it, attach it to your wreath. You know me, I'm extra, so I'm gonna go that extra mile. That's just me. That's just me. You guys know me. So we just do the one loop and the one loop, and this loop is the same length as the last one, which is that 3.5. But then we're gonna do like a little button loop. So let's just do like maybe a 1.5 inch loop right here at the bottom, just to have something in that middle. You don't have to do that part. I'm just showing it to you. Now what I do is I take my Chanel stem. Remember I had it ready. Not my Chanel stem, my zip tie. And I just bring the clothes into the zip tie and I cinch it in. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but you see, the bow is already ready to go. That's why I like using the zip tie. Okay, but you don't have to do that. But right here, you'll see where it was sitting, the indent of the Easy Bow Maker. So we want to move the Chanel stem into that indent because that will be the middle of the bow. So we hold on to it and we just slide it over a little bit because you haven't cinched it down all the way. And you twist it around to the back. Now what I like to do is actually look at my bow and see if my loops look even. And what I do sometimes is I actually fold it up to see if my loops is even. And my loop on this side looks a little larger. Don't know why, but it does. It looks a little larger. So you can resize that. You can just bring that in. You can bring the Chanel stem over some more to try to even it up. Just move it. Don't pull it too much. Remember, you still got it pretty loose. Just try to get the ribbon where you want it so you can see if you have it how you want it while you holding on to it. You see how I'm just fiddling around with it. I'm not pulling it too tight, right? I'm not pulling it too tight. Not pulling it too hard. This is here. This is here. Want that one to go here. I want this one to go here. Want that one to go here. And we're going to move this around some more once we put it on the reframe. I'm just playing around with it right now, but you see, we got our bow, right? So now we want to, I just like to lay it on the table and then just give it a good, give it a good pull. That's it. And now we're going to attach it to the reframe. Now we're going to cut off this Chanel stem here at the back. Cut that off. Toss that. See what we have right here with our bundle right here? Now watch this. We're going to put this right here in the middle. And when we put it right here in the middle, and we're going to twist this right on to this pick that we made. Give it a good 1-2 twist. Make sure it's centered where you want it. We can actually maneuver the bow at this point. You can get it where you want it. Like I said, you can cut these tails. You can move these tails, cut them off. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna mess around with it. See what I want. Can move this down, leave this up, move that down. Move that over. There you go. And I'm just holding on to the back. So I got this beautiful little pine cone right there in the middle. Move this over. And you got this pine cone here. And it looks a little crazy, but just keep playing with it. This is where it takes most of the time because you're fluffing and you try to get everything perfect. But you're gonna fluff again, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just trying to seat it right now. That's all I'm trying to do. But once I put it up here, I'm a refluff. So here you go. So now we have it. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. We can move the easy bow maker out the womb. You see how simple that is? This is it. That's it to this wreath. That's it. Now we're just going to take these chenille stems and we're going to stick it through the burlap and we attach it to the wreath frame. That's all we're going to do. So I'm just trying to find a spot in between the burlap on one end of the rail. We're going to find another spot in between the burlap on the other end of a rail. And we're going to attach this. Fluff out the burlap underneath. And we don't want to pull it down too tight, right? Because we don't want to flatten the burlap. We don't want to flatten the burlap. So we're just going to give it like a little tension. Just a little tension. Just to make sure we got it up there nice and secure. Give it a couple of twists. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves a winter wreath. That's it. We have ourselves a winter wreath. You just keep fluffing. Because I can fluff for hours. Okay? You take your ends of your ribbon. If you're going to keep it, I think I'm going to shorten this up a little bit. I'm going to shorten these up. I think this side is a little longer than the other side. So we just going to, I'm going to bring them over so I can shorten them up a little bit. All the ones on this side. And then I'm going to cut them on an angle. Because you can actually twist them. Like I'm cutting it, this one on an angle. I'm cutting them all on an angle. Because it just looks better and professionally done when you have some sort of design to the end of the ribbon. So these are cut on an angle. I'm going to take the ones on this side and I'm going to cut them on an angle. Okay, so all of these are cut at an angle. There you go. Now we can take these little curly cues that we can just pull apart. And I'm only going to use 2 of them. And I'm going to stretch them out. You see how I just stretched them out because they were short like this? I want it to stand out a little more, right? I want it to be a little taller. So I'm going to stretch these out a little bit. And what I'm going to do is just stick them in here. They're part of the decoration. See? Take this one, stretch it out, and then it goes on the opposite side in the lower part of your bow. Now you can add this with the chenille stem when you putting it. I always add it last because sometimes after I get it, I don't feel like I need it. And then I'm like, why did I put it up there? So I like to actually get my bow on, get it placed, mess around with my design, and then decide whether I want to use it or not. So there you go, guys. Look at that. Look how easy that was. All we had was 2 winter picks from Hobby Lobby. 2 winter picks, and I think they was like $3.99 a piece, right? We have the 2 ribbon that we also purchased from Hobby Lobby. Okay? We have the black burlap we purchased from Hobby Lobby, right? 1 pack of black burlap from Hobby Lobby. We're on a 14-inch wire reframe that came from the Dollar Tree. And the tan burlap we got from Walmart. But you know they have this color at Hobby Lobby. Okay? We cut the black and the tan, burlap in 10 inches. And we did 18 cuts because there's 3 bundles in each section. There's 6 sections on this 14-inch reframe, right? So we cut 3 to go in between each section. So 18 of this, 18 of that. You put it together, twist it, and then you put it in between each section. You put 3 in between each section. Okay? We got 1, 2, 3 in between each section. And we did that all the way around the wreath frame. We did our bow. We put our pieces together, and here you go. We're done. We're finished. This winter wreath is done. How do you guys think it came out? I think it came out great. I'm so glad you guys took the time to watch this video. I hope you guys try to make this very easy winter wreath, uh, burlap winter wreath, because it is so easy and simple to do, and it makes such a huge statement at someone's house, hanging on their wall, over their mantle, over their fireplace, in their kitchen. This can go in the den. I mean, it can go anywhere. It really can go anywhere. This can go on your side door to your home. I mean, inside your garage, if that's dressed up as a play area or sitting area for your husband. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Very simple and very easy to make. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I got to go eat, feed my husband, play with my grandson. So you guys, until we meet again, I want you guys to be safe. But hey, before I check out, make sure you guys come on out to the River Fest. It's the last 2 weeks in September. I think it's the 24th and 25th. It's going to be at Etowah Park, and it's going to be great. Last year when we did it, was an excellent turnout. People just came by to say hi. So I want you guys to come by and just say hi. Even if you don't buy a wreath, just come by and say hi to us. Let us talk. Let's chit chat. Also, I have an event on the 21st at, what is it? Goodness gracious, I told you guys earlier, in that Bridge Mill Market. So they have a market where I will be selling my wreaths before the River Fest. So if you want to see my wreaths before the River Fest, y'all make sure y'all come and check that out. I'll be posting that probably tomorrow, okay? That I'm going to be there on the 21st. So you guys make sure you come out and you check me out there. Remember, all of my wreaths is on my Etsy. So if you're interested in the wreaths, check out my Etsy. You may want to do that before the River Fest because a lot of my wreaths sold out at the River Fest. So if you're thinking about like waiting to the River Fest, somebody may purchase it before the River Fest. So you may want to go on over to my Etsy, click on my Etsy, and the link should be in the bio of this description, and you can go straight to my Etsy and shop my Etsy shop. Also, if you want to see more tutorials like you saw today, make sure you guys head on over to my YouTube. When you get to my YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I need you guys' help in order to do that. So please go to my YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube. I would greatly appreciate that. Until you get to 1,000 subscribers, YouTube don't really take your tutorials very seriously. We're pushing it out and showing people your work. So if you guys can head over to my YouTube and help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. So you guys, hey, thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support you showed me so far. And until we meet again, I want you guys to be safe. Bye.